Hey kids, you're about to listen to a comedy podcast. That means that none of this is medical advice. If you need medical advice or medical care, please contact your doctor.
Welcome to the Jock Doc Podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the Jock Doc Podcast, where we discuss fitness and health, and how to incorporate our modern understanding of science and medicine into our daily lives, but without it being so boring. I'm your host, drlondonsmith.com. I would like to begin by apologizing to our listeners. We've received some feedback about the excessive amount of technical medical terminology that I've been using, such as lateral collateral ligament and colostomy bagum and tagum. So I'll try to temper my terminology to a simpler one in the future. Here to help with that is our producer, Cameron.
Oh, Dr. London, it's a new year, which means it's a new opportunity to have this same conversation over and over again. It's the annual resolution review, where we go over our resolutions from last New Year's and we sort of grade them. And I hate doing this. But you have to do it. We've got to stay accountable, Dr. London.
It helps us because next year, when this time comes around, we don't want to be dreading it anymore. We want to say, hey, we did it. We did it.
I would like to, for once, be able to get done with the resolutions that I've so far for years I've just been like, well, you know, I didn't do any of those, so let's just roll those over into the next year. And I would like to be able to start new resolutions, but I got to get these done first. I'll go first. Okay, so this one I'll start with the one that I did get accomplished this year. The one that I'm actually proud of is I got that rat removed from my foot.
I honestly, I don't believe you. Could you show me?
Well, I mean, what am I supposed to show? There's no rat there anymore.
Yeah, well, show me a ratless foot. Like, take off your shoe.
Okay.
Because I just, like, you've said this so many times before that I don't really believe.
All right.
Oh, it's worse. It's so much worse.
Okay, but it's ratless. Okay. That's the point. Explain,
but...
I mean, just years ago, a rat started chewing on my big toe. It then choked itself and died, and then started to decompose on my toe until it warped into my foot, and it became one. But as you can see, it has been removed surgically by myself, Dr. London.
There is this process sometimes where someone's affliction becomes kind of their greatest quality.
You thought I was sort of badass by having the rat toe.
Well, like, you know how were people asking you for feet pics before you had the rat toe?
No, I mean, I guess not.
Yeah, and your OnlyFans account has been nonstop people asking for that.
Yeah, it's my Wiki feed account. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess, okay, you branched out to Wiki. But yeah, so like I'm just trying to think of you as not having a rat foot. Like, I see it, but I'm still like, that was who you are. It's who you were, I guess.
I mean, okay, should I just make a new resolution to replace the rat?
I don't, well, now you're trying to just recapture magic. I don't know how to.
What about you? What resolution from last year or years previous that you have not finished? Did you get? Well, let's start with that. Did you actually complete any?
I think I've almost got one. Like, I actually need a test today to find out. Okay.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay. I've been trying to unlearn guitar for years.
Oh, okay. Yes. You've been talking about this for a long time.
So, like, I keep being able to play so many songs, and I'm thinking, like, sure, it's fun to be a multi-hyphenate, but eventually you got to trim back those hyphens. Like, there's only so much that someone should do once they get a little bit older, you know?
Yeah.
So
it's like, I mean, Dr. Lennon, you're a podcaster, you're a celebrity TV host, You're a doctor, for God's sake. Yeah. And the last thing you need is people calling you up. You know, Bono calls you up and says, "Hey, Dr. London, the edge is out. We need you to come in and play guitar for us tonight at the big Las Vegas Sphere."
I'm like, tonight? And you get that call enough times that you just do what I did, which is think, surely I could unlearn this.
Well, in the same way that you could say, like, oh, I have arthritis now, can't do guitar anymore. But you're an honest person. You don't want to just lie like that.
No, I can't conceive of that idea. No, I go in and I figure the way to unlearn it is the same way as learning it. I just have to do it backwards. So I've been learning a lot of songs backwards, which, like, and lyrically, that's not so much a problem. Lyrically, that's easy to learn how to say words backwards. That's not a problem. But learning chords backwards is a whole thing. So
and then driving backwards to the Guitar Center, walking backwards inside, and then returning all your equipment. That was a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Anyway, any other resolutions for you?
Well, now I've got to be honest about all the ones that I did not complete, and so we're going to just roll them over to next year. I made a resolution in 1996 to purchase as many Princess Diana Beanie Babies as possible. This was very interesting because Princess Diana did not die until 1997. I did have a psychic, and I went into the psychic to learn about myself. And the psychic did not want to talk about that at all. The psychic wanted to talk about Princess Diana dying, how they were going to make a Beanie Baby after that.
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't, like, that was a red flag. You shouldn't have dated her for as long as you did, that psychic.
Oh, yeah, but she was so tall.
Right.
She was so tall. It was really cool. She could dunk a basketball. Yeah. I mean, basically from the from the other side of the court.
The reading room. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So
I didn't do that.
And so you didn't get the Beanie Baby. Well, you said you had to, what was it? Try your hardest to get the Beanie Babies.
Yes, and I did not put in like any effort whatsoever. Have not.
Okay.
Since 1996 when I made this resolution. Let's see what else. I made a resolution to eat less vegetables. I've spent way too much of my life eating vegetables, and I can't get that time back. And when I spend time with my kids, and I think about how quickly time is flying by, and how much time I've already wasted. I'm already wasting 1/3 of my damn life sleeping, Dr. London, every single night. And when you consider also how much time I sleep per day, and also the amount of time it takes to eat veggies, that's half my day gone. Never getting that back. Yeah. So I didn't do that this year.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I'm sorry. For me, I do have to confess another one that I didn't do.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I was, I think I was going to go trophy hunting in the safari and kill an extinct animal. Not because I wanted to, but because I was held at gunpoint and forced to make this particular resolution.
Yes.
I didn't.
And I am
want
sorry
to make
about that. You know.
Are you?
The context was really important at the time.
Okay. Okay. Well, so I can see, because I was
COVID.
Yeah. I mean, also, like, I'll admit, like, I was robbing the little store, and your defense, and then you pulled the gun, and then it seemed weird that, like, your way of defending the store was not just to stop me, you know, the bad guy with a gun. You stop him with a good guy with a gun, of course.
Yeah.
But then you followed it up with, making me make my New Year's resolution, not just a vague promise, but a New Year's resolution to trophy hunt for an animal that's about to go extinct.
Well, I mean, Dr. London, that's sort of my way of doing discipline. It's like I can say, Dr. London, I can point the gun at you and say, Dr. London, no, don't rob this store. But that's just going to make you want to do it more. But if I do sort of a deal with the devil style thing where I say, Dr. London, you can make your choices. You can rob this store. But if you do that, you have to make this New Year's resolution.
Oh, right. So I did end up robbing it still.
Well, because I don't know.
I do it.
Once I got the resolution, I left. I don't know or care what happened after that. Those are all my resolutions that I've got to hopefully complete next year. I'd like to add one more new resolution. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this on top. I am going to finally get Abraham Lincoln's head.
Because you used to have it, and
I broke it. I dropped it, and
Yeah.
it cracked, and I freaked the fuck out. And I need it replaced soon.
Okay.
Because Biden has been asking for it, and I am so scared.
Well, here's one thing I would say about that, and just like going back into it, is every time you drop something, you don't have to throw it in the trash, because, like, for one thing, there's a 5-second rule.
This was way longer than 5 seconds.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. I think you could go ahead and, within the first 5 seconds, go ahead and pick it up, is part of what I'm saying here.
Well, it bounced off the ground straight into the toilet, Dr. London. I'm not going to touch in there, so I just flushed it.
The plumber, yes, okay. So your resolution does involve also fixing your plumbing issues, huh?
Care less about that, more about either somehow cloning or recreating this Abraham Lincoln head before Joe Biden gets so mad at me, Dr. London.
Okay, well, I guess I also have a New Year's resolution to tack on to the rest. And this is not unlike the guitar thing. I need to unlearn how to do plate spinning. I've got all these plates spinning most of the time around me. I know if you ever see me leave while we're recording, it's to spin the plates a little bit more. They're on sticks all around the room, spinning, and I just need to get worse. Like, I'm not able to use dishes just to eat anymore. They all go to spinning.
Right.
So.
Well, and it's making a mess. You try to put your food on the plate.
Oh, yeah, it spins everywhere.
While it's spinning at top
Spaghetti on the wall.
speed. I mean, I guess, like, if it's a solid sandwich, maybe it won't fly off. But you try a soup on that thing.
And I do. I love me a soup.
Yeah. Oh, it's splish splashing everywhere.
Cameron, we have a sponsor today.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So our sponsor today is Caldera Lab. Yeah.
I trust you. I believe you.
Well, I know things have been kind of shady. So, I'm sorry. We were both a little bit distracted because rumor has it that sort of the celebrity that we've most seen closely associated with Caldera Lab in the past, he's an out-of-work lab rat because Caldera doesn't test on animals. And he kind of became a big influencer and stuff. But like many of these people who kind of rise in fame quickly, he had some issues, some things, some problems he ran into. So we're just...
The brightest stars burn the quickest is what a lot of people say. And sometimes when you have a stratospheric rise, it comes with a pretty incredible fall.
Yeah. So we're doing this ad obviously, but just like bear in mind, we heard a rumor that we might get a visit from Cal, and that it's just a rumor, but we did hear it from the FBI, and they did say it's a sting operation. So
yes,
just like
they did say, have you ever seen The Sting? And I said yes. Switching briefcases, and I think like poker or blackjack or something is involved.
Yeah. So we're hoping that we get to play some blackjack. I can remember that game's really easy because all you have to remember is 21. You just, I guess, slap it when it's 21.
Oh, yeah, no, Dr. London, you do have to know the 20 numbers before that as well. 1, 7, 13. You have to know all of these numbers to be able to play, not just the number 21. But sure. Yes, it's easy to you, I guess.
Okay. Well, no, I guess now I know. And now I'm a little less confident about this operation here. Been to a lot of operations, but not this kind. So anyway, I guess we'll be to the ad, and I guess because we're just waiting for this apparent call. So first impressions matter, and if you're not taking care of your skin, that can be the first thing someone notices, and either thinks you're way older than you are, or that you just don't care about how you look. So show them that you do, and make a great first impression with Caldera Lab, where compliments are guaranteed. Caldera Lab creates high-performance men's skincare products, and the regimen leads off their product lineup. It's a twice-a-day routine to transform your skin. Caldera Lab knows the skincare world is heavily female-driven and has long been the wild, wild west for men, so they're making the solution simple with the regimen, which is 3 products: the Clean Slate, the Base Layer, and the Good. Clean Slate starts and ends your day. The face wash that leaves all skin types refreshed. The Base Layer starts and ends your day. It hydrates your skin with the daily moisturizer and helps you jumpstart your day full of confidence. And then the good is your go-to multifunctional serum at night that helps your skin look tighter and smoother, as well as helps reduce the visibility of wrinkles and fine lines. Every drop is packed with antioxidants to help protect your skin. And okay, no, the phone is ringing. Hello? Hey man, it's me. I need you to hide me. Oh wait, is this line secure?
Yeah, sure.
Does it have? I feel like it has some self-esteem issues. I don't know if it's secure. But like, do we just say it is? I
mean, I feel like if the phone line had Caldera Labs, right?
Then it would be more. Yes. Okay. Good.
Get a little more confidence.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's secure. Okay, man, because you gotta hide me. I don't look. These guys have been saying stuff, but none of it's true. All right. Hey, Cal. Let's not
calm down, Buster. Whoa.
What is the? Can you tell us what the problem is? Not here. Not now. Can you meet me?
Well, then why did you call us?
I get, for one, just to hear a familiar voice, for one. You know, I thought we were friends. Okay, well, you've told us a whole lot that you would like retweet our stuff or like repost something of ours, but you never do it.
You kind of never do, and you're always hanging. I see these pictures of you hanging out with Leo, and you're hanging out with the Beebs. And it seems like those are your friends, not us lowly podcasters. We're not good enough anymore.
No, man. It's it's not like that. It's not. Okay. So, do you remember that alley? That alley that I really liked? Yeah, the one you were born in? Yeah. Can you meet me there?
I don't know where it is. You just describe it.
Yeah, just trace it back from my description.
You talk about the alleyway a lot, but you just describe it and sort of expect us to know where that is. I guess that's a rat thing. Like maybe rats have really knowledgeable details about just like alleyways in general. That's not me, at least. I wouldn't.
Well, it was the good one. So, yeah, okay, that's not helping. That is usually your description, though. Okay, and how long are we supposed to keep him on the line? Oh, you want him to hang up? Okay. But
it's not a comedy podcast.
It's not. No, we don't do comedy. But like, I love the supposition there. If it's funnier, if this is a joke, okay. To which we can just say no, it isn't. It's actually all real, and we're just trying to help people learn medicine. So,
now if you are trying to say that your comment is a joke, that I get. That would be really funny. Because your comment just makes no sense otherwise, and that's really what a joke is just sort of saying stuff that like makes no sense. It's just crazy. And
I actually like their input then for that, because I think they should make it significantly funnier. Like I'd say put a joke
that
in
would be
comment.
So helpful.
Yeah.
If the reply was just a little bit funnier, think of how viral that could have gone.
Yeah. People would be all over posting that on Reddit and then having a robot read that out loud on TikTok. That'd be so good.
Well, I mean, honestly, glad it didn't happen. I get so overwhelmed anytime this show goes viral.
Whew, it gives me the shivers.
With just the death threats.
Yeah, people camped outside the house.
Well, and just people texting me like, you gotta pay your taxes. You haven't been doing that.
I hate it when they text you about that. It's the texting. It's this texting age. Anyway, thank you so much for that feedback. It's really helpful, and it's helping us to improve just a little bit every time. The next TikTok comment is from a user @unbashful. Quote, LOL has to be a troll. It's for your page. WTF, not for your P, and then asterisk, SY, end quote.
I think referring to Dr. London as a troll is so rude. And also, why are you unsure about it? Has to be a troll. Like you're saying it like, oh, it's gotta be a troll. Is he a troll or is Dr. London not a troll? I don't know.
Well, I think maybe because trolls haven't been quite so defined in medical literature or in like a lot of scientific literature, there's not a lot of mention of trolls. And so when users are searching online for trolls and they come across my face, they're having to just kind of work with that, you know? Like, is this it?
I guess that is true. I guess so. You're saying it's more it's an SEO problem. It's the fact that when you do look up troll or like troll design or like
Trolls 2.
troll deviant
Yes.
art, it's Trolls 2, it's pictures of Dr. London here, or it's people in DeviantArt drawing fan art of Dr. London, or so I guess that makes sense. This is why we can't just trust everything to the algorithm, Dr. London.
I'd say, and this is also,
unless you are a troll, in which case the algorithm totally worked, and we should completely trust the algorithm.
That's right. And this is also why we read these comments. We take this input because that's going to help us tweak our content to better apply. So now we know, okay, we're going to get the troll lovers here. Obviously, this is a troll lover. We're going to adjust our content to that. So thank you so much for that feedback. Next comment on this TikTok is from user @goal_D_locks. Quote, "This is definitely fake, right?" Crying laughing emoji, end quote. And then that comment had another comment responding to it from user @Shaggy'sBongwater, but with a 0 instead of an O, replying to that one, saying, quote, "Trolling 100%, end quote."
Well, I asked and answered, I guess. The previous comment, we were sort of wondering, can we confirm if Dr. London is a troll? You know, there was a lot of evidence, obviously, the way you look.
Well, hold on. I want to defend myself here, because this is a response to the question, this is definitely fake, right? I want to say my riddles are based pretty much in honesty. Like, we all have an understanding of the truth and the facts of the world. And so my riddles under the bridges reflect that. So I don't think it's fair to suppose that I'm trolling 100. Well, I guess that is trolling 100%. No, that isn't trolling 100%, if I'm being honest. Yes, it's not fake.
The person said it's not fake, and then the replier said, no, it's not fake. It's a troll. He's talking about you as a troll person.
Oh, he's replying it.
Yeah.
He's correcting.
It's fake? No, see, it's an actual real-life troll.
Okay. See, this terminology is so new to me.
This is Gen Z, yeah, and Gen Alpha.
Yeah, they're introducing all these terms. I'm like, okay, yes, I'm a troll. Yes, I know how I look. I get it. Anyway, and to all those listeners, thank you for listening. Now for today's medical topic, normal pressure hydrocephalus. Normal pressure hydrocephalus is a clinical symptom complex caused by the buildup of cerebral spinal fluid. So, normal pressure hydrocephalus is characterized by abnormal gait, urinary incontinence, and potentially reversible dementia. This is one to really watch out for if you have a patient who seems to be, demented. The patients will walk around strangely, have urinary frequency or urgency or frank incontinence, and will display prominent memory loss with forgetfulness and decreased attention. But you can diagnose this with a head scan.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm a little tired of this PC culture that we live in, where even damn diseases have their names nowadays, where it's like, oh, you're so normal. Like, it has to say, like, oh, you're not a freak. You're not, like, insane for having this, like, disease. You're actually normal. And it's like, what are we doing? We're just having to baby these snowflakes?
Well, I don't think it's, like, what would you rather they do? Like, say, like, freak, total ugly.
Yeah, or
pressure,
like
hydrocephalus.
Yeah, freak show pressure, hyphen elephant or whatever.
Yeah.
Hyphen elephantitis.
Yeah. So you do want to diagnose this with a head scan. And I'm going to keep using the terminology. You can change it if you want, I guess. But normal pressure hydrocephalus, you will want to use a head scan to diagnose these things. And an MRI is more specific than a CT in normal pressure hydrocephalus, but a normal CT scan can exclude the diagnosis.
Oh, better make sure the CT can is cold so the snowflakes don't melt in it. Because they have to be told they're so normal every second of the day. What happened to just telling people that they're freaky deaky?
And
what happened to pointing at people that were different than me and saying, no, you shouldn't have the same rights I have? What happened to that, Dr. London?
I know, it's a frustration for you. Yeah, I know. So all patients with suspected normal pressure hydrocephalus should undergo diagnostic cerebrospinal fluid removal. Improvement in symptoms with large volume CSF drainage supports the diagnosis of normal pressure hydrocephalus. And then surgical CSF shunting remains the mainstay of treatment modality for normal pressure hydrocephalus.
And then I am not saying shunning. You said the normal.
Well, I can't say take the tech, but when we can't get the tech how we would like to get the tech,
yes,
then the pitches aren't as strong. Let's say that. So,
because right now when we say, okay, screen record app the show, just stand really, really still for about 15 minutes and you're going to get a still image from that. It's not as enticing as the screen recording app itself, which is able to record, all these frames.
Which I don't see how they do it, because like I've tried with the.
Well, they're just recording on the phone, Dr. London, when you do that. Whereas we're trying to record like people, not just like text messages and.
Yeah, I guess
Twitter.
If we lived in the phone. Maybe that's...
If you lived in the phone, it would be easy. No problem. You just press the screen record button. But since we can't do that with a person, we've got to invent this new way of kind of making a fly flip book.
So, anyway, we're really excited about that project, obviously. We see it going big, but that's not the only one we got. So next, I feel like we should go ahead and... It's, like, I don't even have to elaborate much. It's basically... The Avengers was good, sure, but we could do better, is what I'm thinking.
We could do better. Multiverse stuff is crazy, and a few months ago, Dr. London and I actually just discussed this for an exciting new future we have with our streaming service. Dr. London, let's flash back.
Little Caesar's Man is a movie.
That is the first movie.
Okay.
Because then after the 3, then there will be a 4th one where they all come together like the Avengers.
Okay.
So like the second one is we're doing a movie about like the wheelchair guy on bathroom signs.
Okay. Yes.
That guy is literally one of the most famous people in the entire world.
Every time I bring up a celebrity and I'm thinking like, who can we get attached to this project? People say like, well, you can't get the wheelchair guy, obviously. He's literally everywhere. Like people talk about like, oh, Taylor Swift is everywhere. She's on every radio station and commercial. Okay, but this guy is on every bathroom in the world. Yeah. Well, I'd say every accessible bathroom. Like he's actually not on a lot of them. And I think that's an issue.
He's around.
Like, yeah. Not to say, but like I think on the higher tier places, that's where he is.
Okay, you're saying we should have just gotten the normal guy.
Well,
we couldn't get the normal guy. Yes, the normal guy is more famous.
Yeah. Or the woman as well. Like, I'd say actually, arguably, the lines are usually longer to see the woman.
And people are lining up to see her.
Yeah. And
just to get a glimpse.
But yeah, sometimes for the wheelchair guy as well.
We're all rooting for the wheelchair guy, and that's what makes him such a good protagonist in this movie. Maybe a spy thriller. I haven't decided yet. And then the third thing that we got the rights to, Dr. London, is it's the cup and ball toy. It's the old toy from the 1920s that has a ball hanging on the bottom, and you pop it up and you catch it in a cup.
No, I've seen the Family Guy documentary, yes.
Well, let me just describe it a little more for our listeners. String hanging. It's dangling there. It's like a yo-yo that's not wrapped up. And it's dangling from this like cone thing. It's like a...
Like ice cream cone.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
It's a cup.
Oh.
There's no ice cream in it.
Could you describe it again? Sorry. You really had me at that. So the ice cream's hanging...
It would probably be easier just to explain what I have for my plot outline for the movie, and then you'll understand it. It's about a man who's lost everything. His wheelchair, his pizza, his toga, and his cup and ball toy. He lost it in a fire or something. Oh, and it's all gone. But then he crafts a cup and ball out of like tree bark and like a bear skin. Like he like,
so he's in the woods.
Skins.
Yeah.
He's in the woods at this point because he's lost everything. He's lost everything.
Except for his woodland property, yeah.
He makes a ball and cup toy. Yeah, out near his guest house that he's been staying in.
Because he's lost everything.
He's lost absolutely everything. And then he comes back and becomes the cup and ball toy champion or whatever. Like influencer.
Just like the Avengers.
A Twitch guy.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the fourth movie is you bring them all together using time travel maybe, or maybe just like alternate universe stuff. Have you seen Rick and Morty?
From a distance, yeah.
Rickon. So it's this guy Rickon, and he has a magical ability to go to places where there's butts farting.
I feel like I've been there.
There are. There could be.
It was magical in a way, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So you're very close to like Rickon.
Well, there's a magical fruit that they utilize to achieve that flatulence. So it's beans. Beans are the musical fruit.
Oh yes, I've heard about that.
And the more you eat, yes.
Okay, what?
Well, you'll have to see the movie, is all I'm saying.
Yes.
Yes.
So, I mean, Dr. London...
the writers haven't figured that out yet, is also the real answer.
Well, they just got off strike. Got off strike. Can we give them a minute?
Lots to unpack with that. So, the writers haven't shown up for that project. We mentioned we were waiting on them. They were on strike.
Yeah, and we were giving them a minute to just sort of readjust, and we cannot find them, or maybe they can't find us. Maybe we're the issue.
I thought that for the first month, but I'm beginning to think that maybe they won far too much in the strike. Like, they know how much power they have.
Well, I feel like with normal productions, like the deals they got with Netflix and HBO and all this stuff are pretty good. But why they made a special condition that said conditions if WGA members work for the upcoming Jock Doc podcast streaming service. The conditions, they were not favorable to us in any way, I would say.
No, I mean, in any way, for one thing, they specified us for sure. That's favorable because we were not being recognized.
They know who we are, but like to say, okay, writers must be allowed to use my car anytime they want. I don't see why that's necessary.
I've seen what they drive, and yours isn't a lot better, but it's a little better. You know.
Okay, well, what about writers get to dress you? Like they get to decide what you wear in the morning.
Well, once again, have you seen yourself?
I'm talking about you. It says for Dr. London.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I get it.
Yeah, have you seen... Look, I try to dress myself every day, but, like, most of what I think is, I wish a writer were dressing me. They can think of so many things to write and to dress someone. They can give me a piece of paper telling me what to dress as. Farm animal... half of a horse, all kinds of stuff. So, so
did you actually? I kind of got bored and didn't read the whole WGA agreement. It does say that the writers get 365 days a year vacation. So maybe they are at work. Presumably today.
Yeah. Oh, that is a new. Yeah. Okay.
So they are at work. This is just their PTO.
Yeah. And it's good that they have paid time off. Like, I want to say, like, I absolutely support them.
Paid time off for sure.
And it's great that they got it. But, so I guess, because people have been complaining, they're like, after they killed off all the Avengers in whatever movie, now, like, the whole Marvel thing's not working. And so we were going to capitalize on that and say, oh, we've got the new version of it that's better. We've got the cup and ball toy as a significant plot point. we've got the Little Caesars guy.
Well, okay, I did want to mention, so we still technically have the Little Caesars guy on retainer, but he is going through a divorce, and so he said he really can't right now. Like, he's just feeling off lately.
He's eating his own product, isn't he? Like, that's how low he's stooped.
You know, I'm not gonna judge him for that. I listen to our own podcast.
Yeah, okay.
You take your own medication.
Yeah. No, I know. I wouldn't touch this stuff myself, but I get it. I think I get the appeal. I'm not sure.
But yeah, okay. So Little Caesar's guy. So we're probably not going to have him. We have in Little Caesar guy's place, we do have the MTV logo, and so you can slap some googly eyes on that, and then maybe give it like, hey, I'm MTV here or something like that.
Yeah, so that'll be the first movie leading up. It'll be our Captain America, the first Avenger style movie, or Iron Man.
I should not say we have the rights to the MTV logo, because that's not the correct way to put it. We are allowed to use the letters M, the letters T, and the letters V. And just because they're sort of near each other doesn't mean that it's copyright infringement. Those are letters of the alphabet that we all have access to. That's open. That's open source. The alphabet is legitimately open source.
Yeah. And like a lot of people don't realize that. And like when it comes to these big productions, you kind of have to go for open source as much as you can. So it's anyway. So yeah, him, and then wheelchair guy. There is this big push for accessibility, diversity, but he had some opinions that he's canceled. He's been canceled, so we can't. And I know traditionally a big studio would go ahead and have them do just a few extra movies once they're canceled. But
right, just to capitalize on all the attention and everything. But it went a little too far. It turned out that the wheelchair guy on the bathroom stall was not actually disabled. He faked his disability for the role. And he could walk, and he actually loves to run around with his friends and playing ice hockey.
And I want to say, like, that was big, and that was at the point where we thought maybe we don't have him on. But then really, what really made us say we just can't do it is in his last film, as everyone has probably read by now, there was a malfunction with a gun for stunts. And he killed everyone in the cast and crew.
Yeah. So this was his last non-adult film. He did end up, just an accident, ended up sort of assassinating everyone on the cast and crew.
I think assassination, like I've seen that in the trades. I don't think that that's the word for it. I think it has to be more targeted than, I mean, it was pistols and headshots.
Yeah, he accidentally sort of...
Yeah. I did...
point blank executed everyone on the cast and crew. I'm not really sure. Execution style.
Yeah, the manner with which he shot was like an assassin for sure, but I don't think that it was as targeted as that, if that makes sense. He wasn't given a name. I don't even think he learned all the names of the cast and crew, which is another red flag. That was another reason we weren't going to have him on.
Yeah. Because you've got to know the cast and crew, and you got to bring like cakes and that stuff every once in a while.
And so I heard that he was actually really good about bringing cake, and like he did bring his own baked goods, but once again, he didn't learn the names, and he also did kill them all. So,
and then in terms of cup and ball, we do still have cup and ball. That's fine. We have sort of the opposite problem of the Little Caesars guy in that we did find out that cup and ball are having a extramarital affair with each other. Both of them are happily married. Cup is married to Jennifer Lawrence. Ball is married to the like Six Flags guy, the old guy.
Yeah, wait, and people are like that age different, that age gap. Hey, I'm not judging, you know?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Have you seen that guy lately? The Six Flags old guy?
So that's where our Avengers movie is at currently. We have high hopes for the future. It's looking really good. And I think we have time for one more clip. We are also filming a reality TV show of 14 Guys in a House. I don't know if we mentioned that, but that's ongoing, and we're hoping to have a viewer eventually. It is a live stream on our Twitch channel.
It's on our Twitch channel. It did start out as 15 Guys in a House. There's been lots of questions about that. I don't think this podcast is the place to get into it.
Yeah, well, it's why I only mentioned it because it came up organically. And I realize now I shouldn't have even mentioned it. So, anyway,
But Daniel, if you are out there, we are going to find you and we are going to hunt you. But yeah, Netflix, our version of Netflix, Jock Doc Netflix, it's called, what is it called again? Go Daddy, Don't Daddy?
It's called Go Daddy, Don't, no wait, sorry. No, Go Daddy, No Wait, Don't Go.
Oh, there we go.
I did write it down this time. And we're flashbacked, and I want to say, I'm glad we left all of that in, that clip. That ending was really helpful.
It was super helpful, but I do want to say that I did hear some errors in there, Dr. Lennon. For some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason we were referring to it as, 12 guys in a house. The show is 6 guys in a house. It has always been 6 guys in a house. It has never been a different number.
Right, and
we started with 6 guys, and that is the same amount of guys we have now.
And for everyone who's campaigning and protesting, for one thing, I'll say, we've gotten a lot of viewers out of this. If I could just say, of all of our projects, this has actually been way more successful.
Well, and I would also say to people taking offense to, Dr. London referring to candlelight vigils and search parties as protesting, I would say, shut up.
And that's a good point, Cameron. I would also actually have to say, shut up. And furthermore, we are excited to announce sort of a spin-off. We're doing true crime. So there's this mysterious house that we happen to live in where some people have gone missing. Okay? And that one is called, I think that one is actually called 12 Guys or 15. It's a lot of guys in a house. Still workshop in the name.
I think a lot of guys in the house is maybe the easiest thing to do.
And we're just so excited to go through a deep dive and find out what happened to these guys who were in some reality show. And then some of them, someone was hunted for sport? Ooh, how interesting.
And you'll hear us in interviews with police officers, with our lawyers, interviews with the judges, all of these different interviews that we have.
A lot of prolonged interviews in the style of court proceedings, which that's all great content. People love that stuff.
Well, and even just to make it more immersive, the
Yes,
interrogations. It really felt almost like the police were interrogating
us,
us, and thus the listener.
Yeah. So just
to bring you into the fold like that.
Yeah. So once again, we've been so excited to get into true crime, and we finally found our way in. Not like this is all obviously dramatized, and it's not. It's true. It is true crime because that's what you guys want.
Yeah.
But it's dramatized. True. No, wait. Is that better? I can't.
It's
to say that part of it's.
Say it's like dramedy-ized, right? Because it's kind of funny and.
Is that what they want? Okay.
Yeah, a dramedy.
Yeah. People love dramedy-themed true crime. So it's a dramedy-themed true crime called Multiple Guys in a House, for now at least. And we're excited for where it's going. And I think that brings us to the end, right? I think that's all the projects we have going on right now. We're pretty pumped about the streaming service. Once again, Go Daddy, No Wait, Don't Go, appearing on probably mostly Russian or Eastern European media. Look for it if you are not speaking English. So thank you to our producer Cameron. Thank you to Digital in the House. Bye.